Today I talk about very most important topic and clear this topic. This topic is light. Light. Okay. What is light? Who discover light? And all full topics. First you understand light is a particle. Second, wave theory. Light is a wave. Third, quantum theory. It is light, particle, and wave. It is dual nature. So first I understand. First, you understand a history of research on light. Many researchers through the age of take up the challenge of finding out what is light. Optics is known as the oldest discipline along with mechanics. The progresses of the study of light has been made by the great scholar from different field introduced here while leading other discipline and closely involved with the growth of industry and culture. First you understand 5th 3rd BC. Okay. The essence of light is white light. Colors are made up of a mixture of lightness and darkness. Earl of ancient Greeks, Aristotle. Okay. Earl of ancient Greece, Aristotle, the foundations of modern optics field was laid in ancient Greek. Is research carried out approximately 5th BC to 3rd BC. The three great philosophers of ancient Greece, or namely Socrates, 469 to 399 BC, Plato 427 to 347 BC, and Aristotle 384 to 322 BC established the foundations of the disciplines of astronomy, biology, mathematics, politics, and philosophy, etc. The Euclid 330 to 275 BC summarized fundamental knowledge of optics such as reflections, diffusions, and vision into a book called Optics. This concept of light established in the age of ancient Greece okay, rendered a large effect. Ancient Greece rendered a large effect of until the appearance of Newtons in the late 17th century. Next, I discuss about very most important. Why does the moon appears large near the horizons than it does when higher up in the sky? Ilb al Haitham, okay, Ilb al Haitham al Hajan, ALL Hajan, 1965 to 1040 mathematicians, astronomer, physicist, doctor, and philosophers from the Islamic world. Born in the city of Basra in Iraq, Ibn al-Haytham was an active scholar in Basra and Cairo, Egypt. He made an intensive study of Grecian academics and left numerous writings to later generations. In the field of optics also, he left major a historic world, including the Book of Optics, that covers experiments and observations of light reflections and refraction through the use of lens and mirror. He also authored treatises on reflections from convex mirror, refractions from glass spheres, visual precipitations, light from the moon and stars, and the structure of space. His use of precise theory, okay, precise theory through the applications of mathematical method and the experimental method served as the driving force for modern science. Okay, next, light is comprised of colored particles. Sir Isaac Newton, 1643 to 1727, English physicist, mathematician, and astronomer. Newton is credited with three major discoveries, one of which was carrying out optical research into the spectral depositions of light. The others are universal gravitational and infinitesimal calculus. Okay, infinite Simal calculus. He greatly contribute to the development of the science of optics by uh, collecting technology on lens, prism, mirror, telescope, microscopes, and optical mirror lens. Polycians, Polycians in 1668 he fabricated a reflecting telescopes having no chromatic aberrations. In a paper presented in 1672, he announced his new theory of light and color, in which he proclaimed that light is a mixture of various colors having different reflectively rather than the pure white sunlight proposed by Aristotle and demonstrated his history in the famous prisms experiment. In 1704, he authored the book Optics, Optic, Optics, where he reveals his light particles theory. Next, light is a wave. Okay, Christians Heisen, 1629 to 1695. Next topic, light is a wave. Christians Huygens, 1629 to 1695, Dr. Mathematician, physicist, and astronomer. Christians Huygens was born in Hague in Netherlands. His father was a uh, diplomat and politician. As an astronomer, he discovered Saturn's satellite, Titan, the Saturn's rings, okay, and the great nebula of Orion with a self fabricated telescopes of magnificence of 15x in 1690. In 1690, he published a paper of light advocating his theory the light is a wave or wavefront. He utilized this theory of light as a wave to explain light reflections and refractions phenomena after replaced stormy debates, opening Newton's light particles theory, Huygens theory that light is a wave become the mainstream scientific concept. Next, I discuss about 18th to 19th century proof of the theory of light. Thomas Young's 1773-1829, English physicist, classical scholar, and um, archaeologist. The accomplishment of Young extend to many fields, including deciphering texts from ancient Egypt, the theory on blood circulations, progressing the second pendulum, introducing Young's modules in elasticity, and a multitude of others in a shift of research from visions, trichromatic colors, okay, color, okay, trichromatic colors, visions, and eye adjustment mechanisms of optics. In 1807, he showed that when light coming from a point light source is seen onto two pinholes, interference frings can be observed on a screen and appropriate distance away. Young's experiment and advocated his theory that light behaves like a wave. In the field of elastic body mechanics, his name still remains as the fundamental constant. Young modules, amongst others achievement, he was first to ask the terms energy and introduce the concept. Next, uh, predicted the existence of electromagnetic wave. James Clerk Maxwell, 1831 to 1879, Scottish theoretical physicist. The scholar established the field of classical electromagnetics based on the famous Maxwell equations in 1864, that becomes the foundations for modern electromagnetic. The following four equations, known as Maxwell equations, have been called the jewel of physics. He also theoretically predicted the existence of electromagnetic wave. The fact the electromagnetic wave propagate at the same speed at light, and a horizontal wave. He is future well known for his research on the compositions of Saturn's rings, Saturn's ring, and the kinetic theory of gases, Maxwell-Boltzmann distributions, delta is equal to rho. Okay, dive d is equal to rho, and dive b is equal to 0. Root h is equal to I plus d d by dt. Root e is equal to minus db by dt. Okay, in these four equation. Okay, next, light is a photon, Albert Einstein. Next, I talk about light is a photon, 20th century. Light is a photon, Albert Einstein, 1879 to 1958. German born theoretical physicist. Einstein is called the greatest physicist of the 20th century because of the three groundbreaking research result announced in 1905 that had a great impact of physics. Those three papers were on the photoelectric effect theory, where light is made of the particles called of photons, the theory of Brownian motion, utilizing kinetic theory of molecules, and the theory of special relativity. The theory of relativity, in particular, was a new discovery about space and time expressed in the relativity principles of electromagnetics, and which revolved the either problem in 19th century physics. Einstein is famous for his research on the theory of relativity, yet his work on theoretically revealing the photoelectric effect based on the light quantum hypothesis won his the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Albert Einstein, through the researcher accumulated over 2000 years of time, the true nature of light, or namely the photon, was discovered. The photon was many mysterious physical physical properties, such as possessing the dual properties of a wave and a particle, revealing fact of these properties may lead us to using light more effectively than ever before. The photon is a substance light that is sent as the key to the origins of species and life. For human beings, history of light and optics research may have only just begun. Okay, so thank you. In this time I discuss about light of research on light. Okay, history of research of light. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye. Okay. Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, Euclid, and Ibn al-Haytham. Next, Newton, Huygens, and Maxwell, Young's. Next, Einstein. Okay. So thank you. Take care. Goodbye. Okay.